How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be don't sabotage yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. Now, when I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about this generally in a way of the way that you talk to yourself. That's the reason why I talk about in a lot of my videos how you need to change your self-talk. You need to get a more healthy, constructive way of doing things. And this topic of today, don't sabotage yourself, it stems from something that a friend of a friend had said in regards to a new relationship that they had. During this courting period of the relationship, meaning it's at the very beginning, so it's all new, it's all fresh. And one of the things that I've heard, and this is not the first time that I've heard this, I've heard this a lot of times. One of the things that the resounding phrases that I'm hearing is, but the person is so nice. They're so nice. I'm nervous with it. And the reason why that struck a chord with me, I can understand from the standpoint of being cautious with people, because you don't want to get tripped up and someone being too nice for trickery. But I'm just talking about being forthcoming and genuine with you, and you questioning that. And when you begin doing that, it's almost like you're saying, I don't deserve this. They're being so nice because, I'm not used to this. And from this situation that I'm referring to with this friend of a friend making this comment in a new relationship, they have had a lot worse. So even though they're saying this with a smile up on their face on, this person, these outstanding qualities, they're talking about these outstanding qualities that the person that they're dating has, but on the same, in the same breath, it's almost like they're talking down about those good qualities. And I don't think they really realize how they come off to people. And when you're doing that, you need to put a mirror up with yourself. You need to ask yourself what you're really looking for. Because think about it. If a person's being genuine, they're being nice, they're honestly being them with you, what's the question about it? Would you do that with the friend? Like I said, setting aside someone who has a hidden agenda, because if it is in fact that they do have a hidden agenda, that'll become uncovered down the road and things that they do. So you'll get to that soon enough. But I'm talking about somebody genuinely being nice. Think about the people that you perhaps ran off in your life, or you self-sabotaged the situation because you just couldn't take it. You couldn't take the fact of somebody being good with you. So think about that. Now, the other point that I'm going to bring up with this is if you're a person that you're allergic to having good up around you, you do self-sabotage and you recognize that, you need to find someone like you. Don't pretend to be like you're genuine, good, and nice to this person, because it's gonna wind up bad down the road, because you're not being you. You're just giving them what you think they want to have. So that's the reason why it's good to take these concerns, direct them back at ourselves. If you're making statements like that and you're having concerns about someone being too nice to you, someone going out of the way, doing things with you, you need to look at yourself and ask yourself, why can't you receive nice things? Why can't you receive nice things? Why can't you tolerate good up around you? Because that old saying, is someone out there for everybody, that's true. And I'm not just talking about in relationships. I'm just talking about in friendships and all of that. And as a matter of fact, that's one time I've never heard the question asked, is when someone is being platonic friends or having a genuine friendship, you don't question that. Usually that's what draws you closer to them. So what makes it any different when you're looking at it as for a romantic interest? Shouldn't you become friends? Shouldn't you be genuine and honest with one another? I'm talking about a heartfelt relationship, romantic relationship. Shouldn't you? So if you're making these type of statements which are seemingly negative about positive things, Ask yourself the question, because you may be the one that's giving the runaround with others. And then when it blows up in your face, you're pointing the fingers at other people. Like, oh, see, I knew it was too good to be true. I knew it wouldn't last. No, maybe you kept pushing back with all of these boneheaded moves, this boneheaded attitude, and something's lurking around the corner, and maybe you messed it up. So therefore, you forced their hand, and you forced them to act differently with you. So that genuine and that niceness has went out the door, and they're becoming a jerk to you. Think about that. You got to be careful that you're not self-sabotaging yourself. You need to be mindful of the questions that you're asking, making sure that you're asking the right questions, and make sure you're asking them to yourself first. I've always had this saying, especially when you're talking about dating, you don't inject game into the relationship if there's no game to be played. Because you're just setting yourself up for failure. What good does it do me to be playing like something that I'm not? And then what if the other person doesn't like that and then they walk off? You still lost them. You self-sabotaged yourself. Here it is. You were trying to play into what you thought they wanted. You weren't being yourself, and then you lost. And even if you got them with you playing like you're not yourself, and you want them, in the end, did you really win them? Because how long is that going to keep up with you pretending to be something that you're not? Ask yourself the hard questions so you don't self-sabotage yourself. That's the reason why I made this video today. In the meantime, check out a book I've written, Kilimanjaro's The Arithmetic of Family Communication. I'll leave a link in the description box. You can get the book in paperback or ebook copy. If you have questions you want answered, and you like to ask me, you can send them to my email, aim.kilimanjaro@gmail.com. I got a link for that in the description as well. Till next time, stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged, and you all have a good one.